Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alejandra. I would like to remind everyone that June is Scleroderma Awareness Month, so don't forget to spread awareness about scleroderma. Today I'm going to talk to you about my first rituximab infusion. A couple of months ago, my rheumatologist suggested I started a rituximab infusion. After getting tested and trying other treatments, it was time for me to start the infusion. I had problems with my insurance because they did not want to pay for it. So after having to deal with them, I finally agreed to pay for it and ask other foundations if they can help me. I finally had an appointment for my Rituxan infusion. It was going to be on a Tuesday at 9 a.m. So the day of my infusion, they suggested that I ate before I went in because it was gonna take about 4 to 5 hours. On that day, I couldn't eat anything. I was really nervous. I didn't know it was gonna happen. The only thing that I can keep down was a little bowl of cereal. At least it was something. I was also nervous because they told me that no one was going to be able to go in with me because of the pandemic we are going through. And usually when I have a procedure or I get tests done, usually my husband or my mom goes with me. But this time, no one was allowed to go in with me. I go into my appointment. When I get there, I have to call in before to make sure that they're ready for me, that no one's there, so I don't have contact with no one else other than the nurse and my doctor. So I called in. It was time for me to go in. I had a mask, I had gloves, I had hand sanitizer, and I also had disinfecting wipes. So when I see the nurse, she takes my temperature and she escorts me to the infusion room. When I go in, I see that there's a lot of couches. They do look comfortable, and they also have a TV. I picked the couch that I wanted to sit. They explained to me the whole procedure. They told me that they're going to give me 3 medications. 2 medications were for my stomach and 1 medication was for allergies. After taking the medication, it was time for the nurse to look for my vein. With me, it's really hard to find a vein. When I go get blood work, usually nurses can't find my vein and I have to take a long time. But this time they did find a vein. They found one right here in my arm and everything was going good. So they put in the needle. They told me that they were going to put saline water to flush down my vein, and that after they were going to start the medication. The nurse tells me that they were going to increase the medication little by little, and that if I felt weird, I felt that something was going on with me, to let them know so they can stop the infusion. So they started increasing the medication little by little. By the 3rd time that they increased the medication, I started noticing that my throat was feeling really itchy. I started feeling stomach pain, and I didn't know what was going on. I told the nurse, and she told me that probably I was getting an allergic reaction, that if I felt any worse, that they were gonna stop the infusion. Maybe about 10 minutes later, I started noticing that I couldn't swallow no more. I was having an itchy ear, my stomach pain was getting worse. So I decided to tell the nurse that I wasn't feeling good, and she immediately stopped the infusion, flushed my vein with saline water, and went to call my doctor. When my doctor got there, he told me that I was getting an allergic reaction to it, and that if I wanted to wait to see if I get better, and if I wanted to, I can continue my infusion after. After maybe about 30 minutes, I noticed that I didn't have an itchy throat no more. I didn't have a stomach pain. I was feeling normal. So I decided to continue my infusion. This time, they were gonna do my medication little by little. So they took out the needle from this hand and they decided to put it in this hand, which felt much better because now I can actually move my hands and not just have it straight out. So around 1 p.m., I asked the nurse how much long it was going to take for me to leave. Because in the beginning, when I got there at 9, she told me that probably about 4 to 5 hours it was gonna take. So when I asked her, she told me that I had to be there for 4 to 5 hours more because I had to stop, and because of the reaction that I got, they had to increase the medication slower now. So I told her to let me know half an hour before I left so I can call my husband, because he was the one waiting for me outside, and that way he can leave and come pick me up. So then I kept watching TV. They had a channel where you fix houses. I think I can fix my house now. They suggested that if I had a snack that I can eat it, and I did. I had 2 mandarins, but when I started eating my mandarin, I noticed that it felt nasty. Like, the mandarin tasted really bad. It was probably me that I couldn't keep anything down. I wasn't in the mood to eat anything. I did have water though, so that was a good thing. I kept drinking water throughout the whole infusion. Then around maybe 3, I started noticing that I had to go to the restroom a lot. I probably went maybe 5 to 6 times in a period of an hour. I asked the nurse if it was normal. She said it was, because I was drinking water and they did put saline water and liquid was going inside. After going like 6 times, I did not have to go no more. Around 4, the nurse finally tells me that maybe an hour more and I will be done. So I called my husband and told him that 1 more hour and he can go pick me up. So around 4:30, the nurse finally tells me that I was done, that I can go home now. So I called my husband to let him know that I was going to be out in 30 minutes. He was already there waiting for me. So when I was done with the infusion, they took off the needle. They did take my blood pressure again. They took my temperature, and they gave me another appointment to be back in 2 weeks. When I got home, I noticed that I was really tired. I was sitting down for about 9 hours. So I went home. I did eat a sandwich because I hadn't eaten all day other than the small bowl of cereal, water, and that nasty mandarin that I ate. So I did eat a sandwich. I kept drinking water. After eating, I went straight to bed. I was resting. I was really tired. I just felt weird. I wasn't feeling normal. That night, I did sleep well, which was a miracle because I don't sleep through the whole night. And that night, I did sleep. The next day, when I woke up, I noticed that I was feeling, again, a bit tired, that I didn't want to get off bed. So I did stay in bed that whole day after. By the 3rd day, I noticed that I was tired, but I was able to get off of bed already. And I did got off bed. I was eating more, and I was able to do like my regular stuff that I do throughout the day. And as the days went by, I noticed that I'm not tired anymore, that I feel better. But I still have pains. They did tell me that it was probably gonna take about after my 2nd infusion for me to start seeing the results. So hopefully next week that I get my 2nd infusion, I will start feeling better. I'm not that nervous no more because now I know what's gonna happen. I know that it might take long again because they will have to do it slower. Hopefully I don't get any allergic reactions and it keeps it long, so I won't have to be there for 9 hours. Remember that this is my experience for rituximab infusion. Not everybody's gonna have the same reactions. Not everyone is gonna feel the same way that I feel. But I just wanted to tell my story, and I hope that this helps everyone that is considering getting a rituximab infusion. And I got it was because I have faith that it's going to work. I've been diagnosed for over 8 years and nothing has helped me, and I feel like this is going to help me. So I pray a lot that this does, and I have a lot of faith that after my 2nd infusion, hopefully I will start getting better and I won't have to be taking any more pain medications or other medications that I have been taking for years. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to give it your like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave any comments if you would like to know more information about me, if you would like to know more information about my rituximab infusion, and I'll see you next time. Bye.